It is Rachel here today, and we are here for our voice strength class. Spencer is here from Idaho, Helen from Round Rock, Nadine from Austin, Jay from California. Thank you guys for showing up. And as you come on to our class here, if you'll just write your name in the chat and where you're from, so we can say hello to you, that would be great. So I've just been informed that our theme for January is set yourself up for success. So we're going to be focusing on that as the class unfolds. And so I hope that as we get through the class, that you'll keep that in mind, that everything that we're doing here is to set you up for success, whether it's in your general life or your success in singing. Everything that we're doing helps you progress. So great. So I'm so happy to be here. Let's go ahead and get started with a warm-up, just a physical warm-up to get ourselves started. Okay, so we are going to close our eyes if you would like, and just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. See if this time when you inhale, you can hold it for just 3 seconds and then we'll let go, and I'll count that off so you can look at me. Sometimes it's not enough to just get the deep breath. Sometimes I feel like that's one of those things that you learn when you're trying to perform on stage and people get stage fright. They teach them to not only inhale and exhale with a deep breath, but to also hold in the inhale, and it helps lower your heart rate. So fun fact for you today. All right, so let's go ahead and just stretch our head. Make sure that you're breathing. We're going to go to one side. And like always, you can put your hand here if you want, and don't pull too hard. It's really just resting your hand on your head. Right, and then we're going to go around to the other side. And same thing here with your hand, you can do the same thing. All right, and then rolling our head back up. All right, let's do some shoulder rolls to the back. Okay, and then let's go forward. Right, and then you're gonna stretch your arms back. Oh, like you're so excited to see someone, and then you're gonna give yourself a hug. Okay, and then out, and then let your arms go down. Deep breath in, out. Great. All right, let's get into some tongue twisters, then we can get into some singing, which is why we're here. All right, so again, like we were talking about, January's theme is set yourself up for success. So because singing is a physical activity, we are doing physical warm-up, and that's important that we do that as well, so we can make sure we're nice and loose, ready to go when we start to sing. So yeah, let's go do our tongue twisters. So the first one is actually all the THs. And the reason why I like this one is because we have both voiced THs and unvoiced THs. Now what that means is the voiced TH means that you could sing it on a pitch. The unvoiced, you can't sing it on a pitch. So let me demonstrate, and I'll say this one out loud. So they both, though, have 33 thick thimbles to thaw. So you'll notice that 33 thick thimbles to thaw is all unvoiced. We couldn't sing it on a pitch. 33 thick thimbles to thaw. right? The vowels have a pitch, but the THs don't. But if I sing, they both, though, the THs all of a sudden have a pitch. Pretty cool, right? All right, let's go ahead and do that one together. We won't have to sing it, we're just gonna say it, okay? Here we go. They both, though, have 33 thick thimbles to thaw. Okay, one more time. They both, though, have 33 thick thimbles to thaw. Awesome, okay? And talking about voiced and unvoiced, we keep doing that. We're gonna go into the S's and then later the Z, because S and Z are the pairings, the voiced and unvoiced pairings together. So let's start off with the S. Okay. 6 socks sit in a sink, soaking in soap suds. And we get a little Z there at the end with the soap suds. The rest of them are unvoiced S sounds. Okay, one more time. 6 socks sit in a sink, soaking in soap suds. Cool, great. Now on to the Z's. So these would all be, if we were taking the S sound and voicing it, we would have Z sounds. And it just so happens that all of these words start with Z, so it's pretty fun. Zazzy, zebra, zigzag, zingally. And I actually think I made this one up. I can't remember because it's been so long. You guys, I missed you. Just by the way, since I was gone and I was sick, I just wanted to put that out there that I miss you guys and I'm glad to be back. All right, zazzy zebras. Zazzy zebras, zigzag zingally. Awesome, cool. Okay, so just 3 short tongue twisters. So I figured before we get into the warm-up song, let's actually do a vocal warm-up because our warm-up song is a little bit more fast-paced than the Auld Lang Syne that we did before. So if you haven't realized this yet, well, you will in a minute, what our theme is. So I'm not going to tell you, just see if you can guess what it is. Okay, so let's do a vocal warm-up. We're going to do ooey, 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 ooh. And then we're going to keep going up, and eventually we're going to go down. So that same exercise, we're just modulating it up, which means we're just changing the key. But doing the exact same pitches. All right. Ooey, 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 ooh. Up. Ooey, 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 ooh. And up. Ooey, 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 ooh. And up. Ooey, 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 ooh. And up. Ooey, 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 ooh, and down. 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 Ooey, 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 ooh. One more. Ooey, 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 ooh. Great. All right. So let's get into the warm-up song. And now y'all are going to get to see what the theme is. The theme is Dolly Parton. Okay, one of my favorite people, I guess. I want to say of all time, but she's still alive, so I don't want to be like, okay, make it sound like she's like a legend or something, but she's still alive, still with us, still kicking. She is, I've just really gotten fascinated with her over the past like year. I don't know, she was like my new obsession. So I figured I'd share that with y'all. So setting ourselves up for success here, I figured we could do a song that everybody knows. So most of you in the US will know. If you don't know this song, Don't worry, we're gonna go over it, and you can think of you're setting yourself up for success because you're here, you showed up today, you're just gonna have some fun because we've got a lot of fun songs lined up today, so I'm really excited. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do the chorus of 9 to 5. All right, here we go. So just listening this first time, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taken and no giving. So that's all the same. So the first line there is the exact same melody as the second line, so you can keep that in mind. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. So you'll catch that at the end. We've got a little ditty there. It. Okay? Let's try all of that just together, okay? So from working 9 to 5. Here we go. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taken and no given. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. Nice. Okay. And now we just have the same melody again. Okay. But different words. So let's go ahead and go over that stanza as well. Okay. So 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. 1 to move ahead. And this part is a little bit different, but the boss won't seem to let me. But the boss won't seem to let me. Okay? Just a little bit different there. It goes up at the end. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. She also goes a little bit up on out. If you want to do that, you can. If not, that's completely fine. All right, let's try doing the whole thing together. You know, one of the things that I really love about this song is that it really gets me up and moving in the morning. There was like a time at the beginning of my obsession, right, where I would play this song. This is the first song I would play in the morning. I'm like, I've got to get out of bed. Oh, it's such a struggle every day. To get to work and, you know, do all those things that I needed to do. And so I would play this song as a motivation. So think about this as your motivation to set yourself up for success, okay? All right, here we go. From the top. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taken and no given. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. 1 to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometime that man is out to get me. Nice. All right. Super fun warm-up song. That was why I wanted to do a vocal warm-up, because as you can see, that was a little bit of a crazier warm-up song. So, all right. And we have some more people in our chat. Karen from Canada, Robert from Austin. Hi, Robert. Kristen from Idaho, Betty E from Austin, Texas. Is it Betty E or is it just Betty? I think it's Betty. Oh, it's just Betty. All right, Betty from Austin, Texas, and Bob from California. So glad that y'all are here today. We are having a Dolly Parton day, a Dolly Parton party today. So I'm glad that you can join us. Okay, moving into the first song that we're gonna do a track with. we've got 2 doors down, okay? I'm gonna take a swig of water. If you don't have some water next to you, go ahead and grab it. Again, just as a reminder, it's really great to stay hydrated while we're doing our vocal class. Just in case, you need a little sip of water, it's right there next to you. And also, if you ever need to take a break, that's completely fine. So if we're ever going along here and you feel like, oh gosh, this is just too much for me, then sit down, take a break. That's also another way that we can set ourselves up for success, because sometimes, we need to know when too much is too much, right? So 2 doors down. This has recently become one of my favorites, but before I had no idea what this song was. So hopefully we'll get to learn it together and it'll be really fun. So here we go. Going through, the chorus actually starts this song. So it's gonna go, 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. And the way that the lyrics are written down, it doesn't look like, we're going into the second line, but we actually do on that first little line of melody. So keep that in mind. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. Okay, really funky little line there. So let's go over that again. They're not aware that I'm around. They're not aware that I'm around. Great. Okay, let's do that much. Okay. 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. Great. Okay, cool. And then we kind of return to the same melody. But here I am, crying my heart out, feeling sorry. They're having a party 2 doors down. So change there at the end to tie it all in, right? So let's go over that last line. They're having a party 2 doors down. Okay, one more time, that line. They're having a party 2 doors down, down. So she does a little bit of a, I don't know, she does a lot of like shivers, I like to call them. I know that that's not the technical term for it, but if you ever listen to country music, that tends to happen a lot, right? They're having a party 2 doors down. So if you want to add in that little shimmy, shake, shiver, you can. Again, if you're not up for that, that's completely fine. Sometimes I leave it out, sometimes I put it back in. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. All right, cool. Let's see, let's do that whole stanza again, and then we'll move on to the next part, okay? 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. But here I am, crying my heart out, feeling sorry. They're having a party 2 doors down. See, that time I did the shiver, so. It just depends on what mood I'm in, y'all. Okay. All right, and then we get into the verse. So, slowing it down, we get the component kind of comes down, we get a little bit less going on there. I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. Okay, just that line. I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. Setting ourselves up for success. Dry the useless tears, everybody. All right, I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. And that part she kind of speaks, have a look around. Actually, it's almost kind of like a whisper. Let's do just that second line, and then we'll do the 2 lines together, okay? I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. Okay? All right, those 2 lines together. I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. Awesome. And then we kind of have the same melody repeat. We love our repeated melodies. That helps us a lot. Because I can't stay inside this lonely room and cry forever. I think I'd really rather join them 2 doors down. Now it says 2 door down, but I'm pretty sure that it's 2 doors down. So I apologize for the typo there. Okay, let's try doing that whole verse stanza, okay? Here we go. I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. 'Cause I can't stay inside this lonely room and cry forever. I think I'd really rather join them 2 doors down. So then we kind of have that bridge going back into the chorus. Okay, so then we're gonna scroll down here and to the next lyrics. All right, then we've got our chorus again. Let's go ahead and go over that again just to make sure we feel like we're setting ourselves up for success when we go to the karaoke track. Right, 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. Here I am, no longer crying and feeling sorry. They're having a party 2 doors down. Okay, all right. Awesome. I think we've got that chorus probably because we've done it a few times. So let's keep going. Next stanza is verse 2, right? So I can't believe I'm standing here, dry-eyed, all smiles and talking. So you notice that it's a little bit different in the way that the words fall in the melody. And it's also because that's different words, right? So let's try that line one more time. I can't believe I'm standing here, dry-eyed, all smiles and talking, making conversation with the new love I have found. So same thing, she sort of speaks it at the end on found, okay? So those 2 lines, let's do that together. Again, just so we know where those syllables really fall and where all the words fall in the melody, okay? I can't believe I'm standing here, dry-eyed, all smiles and talking, making conversation with the new love I have found. Yeah, so you'll notice that on our first verse, we have a word before we go up. I think if we scroll back up, maybe I can see. So we scroll back up to that first verse. I go, I think. She goes, I think. And we go up on think, and we're still down on I. But here we don't have enough words, so we have to go up on the first word. So keeping that in mind, making conversation with the new love I have found. Okay? Next 2 lines. I asked him if he'd like to be alone, and we start walking. And she kind of elongates that part at the end. Walking. Okay? Down the hall to my place waiting 2 doors down. All right, that whole verse, and then we'll go down to the bottom stanza. So if we can scroll back up. Scroll back up to the verse 2. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just a little bit down. There we go. All right. I can't believe I'm standing here, dry-eyed, all smiles and talking, making conversation with the new love I have found. I asked him if he'd like to be alone, and we start walking down the hall to my place, waiting 2 doors down. All right, and then we just have our chorus, and then she just goes over and over and over again in the next stanza. Oh, 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 2 doors down. Oh, oh, oh. Actually, I think it's the backup singers, probably. So we may or may not sing that part if it's on the karaoke track. I can't remember if it is, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So, oh, 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 2 doors down. Oh, 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 2 doors down. Okay, just over and over and over and over again until we get to the end. And I think that that's all the words, right? Okay, yeah. Oh.
I think it goes back to the chorus.
Oh, it goes back to the chorus. Okay. Oh yes, I'm glad that you mentioned this, because the very last chorus, we're actually gonna change keys. Okay? So she goes back up. Oh, 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 2 doors down. So we move up a step. So I think that we can do it though. It's pretty clear in the track, and I think that you're gonna be just fine. Okay, we know the chorus pretty well now, so I think let's just go for it. Let's go to the track. All right.
Here we go.
And you scroll up. Here we go. 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. But here I am, crying my heart out, feeling sorry. They're having a party, 2 doors down. I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. 'Cause I can't stay inside this lonely room and cry forever. I think I'd rather join them. 2 doors down, 2 doors down. They're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. Here I am, no longer crying and feeling sorry. They're having a party, 2 doors down. I can't believe I'm standing here, dry-eyed, all smiles and talking, making conversation with the new love I have found. I asked him if he'd like to be alone, and we start walking down the hall to my place, waiting 2 doors down. 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around. But here I am, feeling everything but sorry. We're having our own party, 2 doors down. Oh, 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 2 doors down. Keep saying, oh, 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 2 doors down. Oh, 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 2 doors down. Oh, 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 2 doors down. 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. Some jazz hands at the end. Yay! All right, you guys. A little bit faster than I took it, but that's all good. So as Maggie mentioned, I think 2 weeks ago, and as I've mentioned before, you can always, when you're looking at these YouTube tracks, we'll list them for you in the chat when we leave here. But you can go there on your whatever your device is and look at the karaoke track. And especially if you're on your phone, you can look at the 3 little dots. And I don't know what the symbol is for other devices, but it should be like in the settings, and you'll be able to change the playback speed. So if you want to change the playback speed, we recommend just changing it to, like, if you want it to be slower, 0.75. If you go much slower than that, you're gonna have a headache. It's gonna be crazy. 2 doors down. Oh, okay. So Garden just let me know that it looks like a little wheel that you can click on if you're on a computer or a tablet or something like that. But if you are on your phone, it's the 3 little dots. So just keeping that in mind, taking another swig of water. Okay. Well, that was fun. So this one is going to be even more fun because it involves something that's really, really cool that is called syncopation, okay? And right from the first line, we get the syncopation. We have bump, bump, bump. Why'd you come in here? So all that syncopation really means is that we're going on the upbeat, meaning that, wait a minute, that feels funky. Why did we not start right on the beat? So the beat that you're clapping, we're going in between the claps, which is kind of crazy. But don't worry, again, I'm gonna set you up for success hopefully here, and you'll feel just fine when we go into the track. And if you don't get it, again, we're focusing on having fun here and not being hard on ourselves. Sometimes that can be a success within itself, to just allow yourself to mess up and be like, you know what, self? I showed up here today and I did the darn thing, right? Okay, let's dig into this one. So this one I feel like is one of her really country songs, and it's just really fun. It is gonna go a little bit fast, but we start off with the chorus yet again. So it goes like this. Why'd you come in here looking like that, in your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans, all decked out like a cowgirl's dream? Why'd you come in here looking like that? And it's like a whole intro before we get into the chorus. So let's go over that line by line. So, why'd you come in here looking like that? So again, this is going to be the line that's syncopated. So when we come in, it's like bum, 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 bum. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Let's just all speak that. Ready? So, why'd you come in here looking like that? One more time. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Nice. Okay. So, why'd you come in here looking like that? Okay? In your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans. Okay? Right? In your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans. All decked out like a cowgirl's dream. So same melody kind of in the second and third line. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Okay? All right, so we come full force into that first pitch that we sing. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Okay? So be ready to go and focus on your powerful singing, okay? And power doesn't necessarily mean forcing anything. It just means that we're going to use a lot of air. Lots of air is coming out of our mouth, and we are just feeling energetic and ready to go, okay? So see if we can nail this, hit the ground running, okay? Chorus, here we go. Why'd you come in here looking like that in your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans, all decked out like a cowgirl's dream? Why'd you come in here looking like that? Nice. Okay, and it goes do 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 do. And then it sort of drops, and then we get this verse. Here comes my baby, dragging my heart behind. He's driving me crazy. Who says love is blind? Let's do just those two lines because it, like I said, it goes pretty fast. We're going close to the tempo, so that's good, right? But it does get a little bit faster, so I want to make sure that we have it and are feeling confident. So, here comes my baby, dragging my heart behind. He's driving me crazy. Who says love is blind? And I promise it won't be this high. I'm just singing it super high because it feels comfortable to me. So if you need to drop down the octave, feel free to do that. Okay? He's got a wandering eye and a traveling mind. Okay. A bunch of little ditties in there, so let's go over that line. He's got a wandering eye and a traveling mind. Traveling mind. Okay? Big ideas and a little behind. That line always makes me chuckle. So, big ideas and a little behind. Okay, and she also kind of speaks that one too. So feel free to speak behind if you want to, or you can sing it, big ideas and a little behind. Okay, all right. Out with a different woman every night, but I remember when he was mine. Okay, so a lot going on in the verse, but once we get this, it's pretty much repeats throughout the whole. Oh, Marty is here from Austin. Hello. And George is here from France. Bonsoir. Okay. We love having people here from all over the world to join us. So that's great. Let's go over this whole verse. And then I think we're going to go into it because that's pretty much the whole deal, really. Here comes my baby, dragging my heart behind. He's driving me crazy. Who says love is blind? He's got a wandering eye and a traveling mind. Big ideas and a little behind. Out with a different woman every night, but I remember when he was mine. Okay, all right. Whew. And then she just comes in. Why'd you come in here looking like that in your high-heeled boots and your painted on jeans? The whole chorus again, and then I think we get a few more verses. You guys, let's just plunge into it. Again, we're taking a risk. Taking a risk, but we're trusting in our own skills to set ourselves up for success. Okay. Okay, this one will have a count off, so just be ready for that. You won't hear any pitches before, so I'll lead you in. You'll hear tick, 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 tick. Why'd you come in here looking like that in your cowboy boots and your painted on jeans, all decked out like a cowgirl's dream? Why'd you come in here looking like that? Here comes my baby, dragging my heart behind. He's driving me crazy. Who says love is blind? He's got a wandering eye and a traveling mind. Big ideas and a little behind. Out with a different woman every night, but I remember when he was mine. Why'd you come in here looking like that in your dreams. All decked out like a cowgirl's dream. Why'd you come in here looking like that? Why'd you come in here looking like that? When you could stop traffic and a gun back. Why you're almost giving me a heart attack? When you walked right in here looking like that. Come in here looking like that. Why'd you come in here looking like that? All right, well, hopefully you had fun. I know that song is such a whirlwind, but I thought maybe we could have fun and have just a little bit of a laugh. You saw I was messing up a little bit there too. So that's completely fine. Super, super fun though, right? We're working on spitting those words out. All right, let's go on to our last song. Gonna take another swig of water. This one y'all will probably know. I saved one of the best for last, although as I was driving here, I realized I saved kind of the most depressing song for last, so I apologize about that. But it is really upbeat, so if you're not listening to the words, you wouldn't know that it's like depressing. but it is really upbeat and it's really fun, so just try to focus on that rather than what the words are saying, I guess. Okay, so we are doing, drum roll please, Jolene. Okay, if you're from the US, you most definitely probably know this song. Okay, all right, again starting with the chorus here. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Okay, so you see that we have that little ascending line. Each time we do Jolene, it's a little bit higher. So thinking about that, let's do those two lines again. Okay, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Okay, and same melody here. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. So again, the first two lines and the third and fourth lines, those are the same melody. So first and second line is the melody, and then the third and fourth line, they repeat that melody. It's just different words. All right, let's do that whole stanza together. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Great. So, heading into the verse, your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Okay. Let's do that whole stanza again. I think we can do it, right? Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. So not a whole lot of like shivers in this one and crazy little ditties. So good. So just feel free to just sing every note in this one because, again, like I said, there's not a whole lot of shivering going around where there's a bunch of notes clustered together. Again, then we go to the next stanza. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. So the exact same melody. So let's see if we can do those two stanzas together. Okay, so from your beauty is beyond compare. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Great. And then we have really the same melody of the verse again. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Okay, and then we go into the chorus, all right? Let's do the whole verse all together. That way we can really solidify this melody, because the melody in the chorus I feel like is less complicated than the one in the verse, okay? So let's go to the verse. All right. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Then we've got that chorus. Let's go ahead and sing that again. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. All right, and then we get some more words in the verses, but I think that we've got a handle on this. So I did lie. I'm sorry, I lied. There's a little bit of a shiver that she does on it. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. I just remembered that. So if that's something you want to add in there, feel free to do that. I'm sure that I probably will just naturally do it because I've listened to this song so many times. Right after I would listen to 9 to 5, Jolene would always happen after it on the playlist. So yeah, so I listen to it a lot, so I think I just naturally imitate her. So all right, well, I think we can take a little swig of water, and then I think we're ready to go here. All right, let's go into it. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. There's that shiver. Jolene, 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 Jolene. choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. Same verse melody. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, Jolene. Jazz hands! All right, great job, you guys, today. I know today was sort of a whirlwind of songs, but I think we did pretty good. So remember, as we're going through, we are wanting to set ourselves up for success, right? I don't know if that's backwards to y'all, probably. Oh, thank you, Robert. He says, welcome back, Rachel. Thank you. And Marty says, fun and fast. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Marty. It's fun when it can be a little bit faster, even if we mess up a little bit, because I just think it makes for a good laugh, you know?
Marty changed the lyrics to Jolene. She said, don't worry, take him.
Yeah, great. That's awesome. So if you want to vote for your favorite song, you can do so in the comments, and that way we'll be able to know which one you like the best.
Roger
All right.
and Patty say thank you.
Oh, thank you, Roger and Patty. Thank you. Okay, and coming up this week, we've got on Thursday, 11 o'clock with Nancy Bain,
1 o'clock with Debbie,
and 1 o'clock with Debbie. And on Friday, we've got a Polly at 1 o'clock. All right, I'm still learning the ropes here, so I appreciate your patience with me. I will get it memorized probably at some point, and then they'll change the schedule or something. I don't know. But y'all did a great job today. I'm so happy to be back here. I'm going to try to keep doing some themes. So let me know if you have a theme in mind also in the comments, and then we can maybe try and incorporate that one of these days. Y'all take care. Have a great day.